हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, आज हम लोग देखेंगे एक्सपेरिमेंट नंबर 6 जो कि है टू डिटरमाइन द कोफिशिएंट ऑफ वेलोसिटी फॉर पिटोट ट्यूब. As we all know that pitot tube is used for the determination of velocity at a particular point in pipe flow. Pitot tube is a L-shaped bent pipe, a small dia pipe, in which where the dia of the pipe start, where the section of the pipe start, it shows the velocity at that point. So for determination of coefficient of velocity, we can use the formula coefficient of velocity equal to V actual divided by V theoretical. V actual can be determined from the formula V actual equal to Q actual divided by cross sectional area of the pipe. The dia of the pipe is 2.8 centimeter. So in this way we can determine the cross sectional area of the pipe pi by 4 2.8 का whole square. V actual can be determined if Q actual if you know the value of Q actual value can be determined by this equation, which is Q actual equal to A into H2 minus H1 divided by T. Then we move to the next value, that is V theoretical. V theoretical equal to root 2gh. As we know, the g is acceleration due to gravity and its value is 9.81 meter per second square. The value of h can be determined with this equation 12.6 of x2 minus x1, in which x1 and x2 are the mercury reading at left and right limb of U-tube differential manometer. When we take all the readings, then the value of CV can be determined in this way. For avoiding manual errors, we do this process 3 times and then we take average of 3 values and the value of coefficient of velocity is determined. This is the instrument for determination of coefficient of velocity for pitot tube. In this is the tank which is used for storing the water which flows from this side to this side. This is the tank which is used for the determination of Q actual. This is the instrument which is called U-tube differential manometer, and it is used for determination of pressure difference between 2 points in which it is connected. This whole instrument is called pitot tube. Actually we can see that this is L-shaped pipe. It shows the velocity at this point of pipe. As you can see, there is a valve which is used for up and down of this L-shaped pitot tube. We can decide the position for velocity of point. See, first of all we have to put this L-shaped pitot tube in center of the pipe. This can be done with the help of this valve. First of all, we have to just send this pipe in the upper portion of the pipe. This can be done with this. See, okay. Now it is at the highest point of the pipe. Take this reading. As you can see, this reading is near about 5.6, and if you want, you can take this reading more precisely after taking the intercept of this side and this side. So this reading is totally 5.59. This reading is 5.59. So after this reading, we would send this L shaped in the lowest point of the pipe. See, this is in the lowest point, lowest side, and then again we would take the reading. This time reading is 4.2. We take the average of both readings and then we would set that reading in this point. Okay? So assume that the reading would be near about 4.5. So we would set this point in 4.5, and you can see the point, the L-shaped point is at the center of the pipe. So we all set for start the experiment. First of all, we have to set the L-shaped pitot tube in the center of the pipe. This is already done. Now we can start the experiment. We have to take some precautions, as we have already discussed that the mercury level in both the limbs should be the same. This is already same. We have to put some initial height of the water. This is done. Now we will start the test. So the test has begun already. As you can see, there is a difference in mercury level. Take both readings. This one is x1, this one is x2. Take both readings, difference them and multiply it by this 12.6. This shows the reading of small h. After this, you have to take the reading of this. This is the value of small h1. For 10 seconds, we have to fill the tank. As you can see, the height of water in this tank have already raised. So you have to take this reading. This is called H2. As you have already taken the value of H1 and H2 value is determined. Subtract them and take the cross-sectional area of this tank, which is 30 cm and 25 cm. The time taken by you is 10 seconds at this time. You are free to choose any time because the value of Q would not affected by the time taken. Both tank readings of H1 and H2 can be used for the determination of Q actual. Once you have found out the value of Q actual, you can determine the value of V actual by formula Q actual divided by cross-sectional area of pipe. Dia of the pipe is 2.8 cm, so cross-sectional area of the pipe can be determined by the formula pi by 4 d square. V actual has been determined and V theoretical value can be determined by the formula root 2gh. H value can be determined by the formula 12.6, the difference of mercury level. So we can find out the value of Cv equal to V actual divided by V theoretical. As we all know that value of Cv cannot be greater than 1. So we have to for eliminating the manual errors, human errors, we would do this experiment 3 times and we would take the average, so we can determine the value of Cv. Thank you.